Yeah, so the first one we had, I say there was a lot of good with the setup in terms of sort of posture and alignment and ball position, that kind of stuff. But as we said, your right arm here now and the left, I mean, your left arm almost is a little bit bent anyway, which often causes that sort of, you end up like this with the left arm, sort of tuck it in. But your left-hand grip position for me was a little bit on that kind of weaker side. Yeah. Weak is just terminology. It's weak to the left, strong to the right. It just delivers a different type of shot. A ball that goes high to the right is seen as a weaker shot from that grip, which is coming back, and the twist that happens. Yeah. When the grip gets further over, it's a stronger grip because it's basically more stronger, more powerful shot. Yeah. If we look at your left hand there now, you can see sort of quite a bit of change there with the grip there. See more logo, the hands turn around, and that's to say where your left arm would want to be. So putting your left hand on first, creating that kind of straightish line down there, and then letting your right hand come underneath there. So when you hold the golf club now, there's a little bit sort of a forward lean with the club shaft. Yeah. Okay, and you've got your right arm here, and there's kind of that kind of lowercase y setup. Could you have gone a little bit further forward there? Maybe probably, a smidgen, but I think at that point there, you're not too far away from where it wants to be. Yeah.
The club face should be square on.
Yeah, so the bottom groove there. Okay, the sort of white lines on the club face, they're going to be effectively 90 degrees to where you want to go. What we don't want to be doing is having the club face twisted on the ground to start with. Yeah. Or in some way trying to twist the club during the swing. Like I say, if you hit 50 balls from the same spot, with the same club, with the same target and no consequence, being a good sort of sportsman, you'd find a good kind of straight club face eventually. Well, and the thing is, it would take you about 10 or 15 shots to figure out that timing. Yeah. And then when you go and play golf, as I say, you walk around for 4 hours and you play golf for about 90 seconds. The rest is just walking around thinking. So if the timing is there, if you're hitting shots repeatedly, then when you take away that element, well, now you've got to try and time it with a different club from a different lie and again, if you go on a golf course and there's, say, trouble on the left-hand side of the golf course, are you going to want to stand there and try to roll your hands over to try and hit the ball straight? Yeah. Your brain's not going to let you do it, So you've got to get yourself in a position where that club is coming back to the golf ball naturally square. Like I say, your left arm on the club here now is more natural, just doesn't feel comfortable.
It is less
because it feels different, I think if you hold the club here now with your hand, just let your arm just hang down, just sort of throw it in the grip there now. It just sits there in the fingers and you can see your hand goes over the top more. That logo for me is a much more visible, and that's the check you want to have. So your kind of V's that your thumb and forefingers are making are going up to that right shoulder. Yeah. So then you haven't got to try to manipulate the golf club at 60, 70, 80 mile an hour. And then if you try and do it faster, you've now got to try and do that movement even quicker. Well, again, it's another variable. You're not good for your wrists either. Well, it's not good. It's not good for your wrist and from your consistency element of your golf shot. Okay, and what will happen is, because your golf balls before would go to the right, you would then hit off the back foot. As you can see, you're right. I mean, just look from an ankle perspective there. I mean, there's a lot of pressure going on that ankle there with that right foot there. I mean, you can't. I mean, you wouldn't even know. Exactly, But that's because you do that and then you recover it and go, whoops, and then you can't sort of sustain that position, so you move out. So obviously on this one, I think we did the same sort of movement again because it's kind of instinctive too. There's less lean back and your right foot kind of just sort of pivots round. Now, is that a better movement? Yes. Is it the best movement? Not quite, but that's not going to just go and change. Static change is what we tend to find, Charlotte, happen almost instantaneously. You just say to someone, okay, put the club there, do that, done. They might forget after 5 or 6 shots, and then you remind, okay, good, and you'll get to the point where they can't not do it. But then swinging the club at the speed you're swinging it, that's where the practice comes in. But once you see a golf ball going less to the right of target or right of where you want to go, the less you're going to feel the need to want to try to swing off your back foot and swing it left and have the pressure on your ankle. I mean, I say, if you do that on your ankle on a regular basis, on a slope, you probably fall over, bless you.
So the thing is, you sometimes get it where it feels more balanced when you've hit it. So it's obviously not every time.
Oh, no, of course not, no, exactly,
Just don't know what
but if that's the thing. But if you're putting yourself underneath that strain with your wrist and both your ankles, and if you're lower back, if you're leaning back, and what happens is, as I said, you kind of masked it by your finished position, kind of here, not too bad. But at points in this swing now, when you're going back, well, the follow through in terms of length is good. It's just the fact that there's certain parts of this swing where you're putting pressure on both your ankle here now, then you're leaning back with your body weight, so you're putting pressure on your back. Now, if you're going to start playing regularly, as you say, you want to try and get on the golf course and play, if you're playing a couple of times a week, for me, I think there's 3 things I want a golf swing to be. Number one, and first and foremost, out of anything, is healthy. Then it wants to be sort of consistent and something you can repeat over and over again that's just reliable,
Yeah.
Rather than being, I can whack a ball 250 yards, but the next I'm in bed because my back's in it.
Exactly.
Yeah? Okay. Cool. Does that make sense then, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect, good stuff, right.